So we go 1 with Multiverse. We can play 3 1 with the Multiverse. Yeah, I appreciate it, man. Let's freaking go! Portal to Phyrexia, winning against tier 1 meta deck. Hello everyone, it's Sloth here, and today we are back with deck that completely surprised me, and it's not a random deck list. This is coming from, the list from Wizards of decks that won 6 games in a row. And I have to say, I was not a believer, but I actually won all of the games with the deck. It seems to somehow always work. I don't know how, but it's fun. It's super funny, and it seems to get the job done. So guys, obviously it's a reanimator. We want to discard Kaya, one with the Multiverse that seems to be the main card, or Portal to Phyrexia. Each one works in different scenarios, and we reanimate it with Invasion of Tolvada, and we can flip it into Broken Sky. We discard stuff with Collector's Vault mostly, also with the doll, and we try to survive until we can play the big stuff, basically. We also have Realmbreaker as the alternate wincon, and I mean, that's it. Rest will be in the games, and after playing with the deck, I had some thoughts, and we'll talk about potentially changes in the outro. So guys, let's go to the gameplay, and if you think the deck is pretty cool, you can sub and like the video. It helps the channel, and it doesn't cost you anything. So have fun and enjoy. Alright guys, I have to say this is a very bad hand. We have like absolutely nothing. I will try to take it because moment we can start cycling with anything, with like, the doll thingy, or maybe the vault, we can do stuff. And I took this hand mostly because I have this surveil. We can go Beza. This is not a bad card. I probably won't draw cards, but this should give us time, so I will risk it. Especially with no witness, we can basically kill everything. Alright, we just lost no witness. Absolutely unnecessary, longest decision ever. I cannot even cast this. I literally cannot even cast this card. Oh boy. If they went for the card, I think Portal to Phyrexia is probably worse. But we'll see, we'll see. They obviously have some plan. Unholy Annex, as you can see, they are really good at the game. Annex is a little bit better even than Slasher. But what can we do? As you can see, the opening for us is absolute disaster. Like, it could not go worse. We actually don't play for first 4 turns, and our first play is a sweeper. But at least we have Beza, because we took another 4-drop. Alright, Sunfall. It suggests that they have Slasher, right? Because we can no witness on the next turn, but we actually don't care about it. The problem is that if they trade card for card, it's actually free value for them because they are drawing to a turn. I don't want to play... Well, can I go to 4? I can go to 4 cards. They will probably kill Beza, and I cannot pay myself. I will probably not draw this card, so let's play the Barrens and prepare for potentially Kaya at some point. They really want to play Demon on the next turn. So our idea is to probably sweep the board, give them 1 card, but it's not very good for this deck because they actually don't want to waste mana. Here's the Bloodletter. They know that it will get, removed. So an interesting decision. We get 4 damage, and that's a ton. Eternal Wanderer. Definitely a card. I mean, we could go Beza. They probably have another demon. But this is 3, 5, 10 damage. If they have Bloodletter, they kill us, so we don't really have a choice here. We need to sweep. They will get the token, that doesn't matter too much. It actually slows them down so much, they probably want to avoid it. And we might be forced into drawing a land. Man, if we will go literally to hard casting Kaya, I will laugh so hard. Then we can steal Unholy Annex. Another bat. Honestly, not the worst. It hurts, it always hurts, but, it's at least something that doesn't kill us yet. It's between Beza and Eternal Wanderer, and they took, I think, the right one. The Wanderer is the bigger problem overall. Beza is something they can probably beat with Go for the Throat instantly, so they are not very scared of it. And we indeed would get the mana. Alright, we still get the effect. 4, 6. So if I didn't play land, I would get the treasure, but I prefer to draw a card. It's way more important. Okay, this is an interesting draw. We life gained, we got some board pressure that will instantly get deleted probably, but we are actually closer to getting Kaya. And I mean, we could theoretically still annex. The big problem is that they will probably start putting so much pressure, Kaya might not be enough. She has, what, 2 loyalty, right? No, 3 after this. Alright, so they are duressing. Not the end of the world, but definitely frustrating. And Beza is legendary, so if you want to play another one, we need to kill this one, which is not optimal. Let's see what the players. They can make a demon with Ritual Chamber. Unfortunately, we are 2 turns behind playing Portal to Phyrexia, so it will take forever. If we ever do this. This card is at least not the absolute worst.
Shadows like me.
And they have 2 minus, which is honestly not so bad for us. Like, we can discard those at least 1 card for free, basically. And we can play another Beza, so it doesn't matter. And we life gain to 20. This Annex is the only thing keeping them in the game, basically. Alright, let's see the card. Oh boy, what a game! I still didn't get any reanimation effect this game, and any kind of cycling. See, that exactly was the cycling I was talking about. Extremely, absolutely late. But with this, theoretically, we could try to go for 1 with the Multiverse. So basically their weakness is not being able to remove artifacts and enchantments, but we were not having the draw that can punish it, and that's the big problem. We still have 2 sweepers in the deck and all the lockdowns. Now Liliana cannot remove Beza, they probably will need to spend 2 mana. I think it's go for the throat into Ritual Chamber, but we'll see. I still will go with Multiverse, especially that they sit. So if I discard it, they might not discard my hand, not knowing that I have Kaya. Because this is like 1 more turn, right? 4, 5, 6, 7. So if I play the land, it's 8. They know they have 1 more turn before Portal. So this is kinda my hope a little bit. But we'll see. It is a super hard game here. I can try to remove Demon with -3, but that means I cannot really use Kaya very well. But at least I can remove Liliana, maybe. You know. Unless they have something. That's a hard one, guys. I cannot attack Liliana unless I go Kaya into -3. And then I need to plus or 0 on the next turn. It's not the end of the world. They probably have removal, so I'm pretty sure I still won't kill Liliana. But at least we can pressure into sacrifice, right? Oh, I need to even go this hard? Oh my god, the pure pain. I was sure I have 7 mana. Oh, guys, this is really bad. I don't think hitting bat makes any sense. So we'll try to remove the demon. Even if they do something, they still lose the demon. And that means no pressure, they need to make another one to, you know, not lose life with the Annex and start to drain us. So I think this is at least some start.
Who's next?
Who's next? I mean, we are. Like, we will probably explode soon. Here comes the removal. Like, literally, they never played removal this game. Like, I have like 0 hopes of this hitting, and it actually hits for some reason. I don't know how. Maybe they have another, I don't know. Maybe they have Edict and they want to use it on Kaya. The bat cannot kill Kaya, but I think they might have Edict. Like, they have to have something, right? Like, Mono Black is known for removing creatures, but maybe it's some build that uses nowhere to runs and cutdowns to go better against Mono Red and worse against midrange like us. Okay, we are not really midrange, but kinda. See, maybe this is the real deal. Maybe they have mostly cutdowns and nowhere to runs. That's fine. I actually never expected this demon to do anything. Alright. That's fine, that's fine. We set up Kaya, don't forget, so if you can basically trade your turn against your opponent turn while also setting up Kaya, that's a huge advantage, because now we have 7 drop for free. But I'm really not convinced if they won't kill her. I think I will have to draw 2 cards, but man, this could just be Edict. Another Onyx. Oh boy, they are going for it. They are going for it. We could. Oh, we cannot. We can't. I forgot that we cannot -3 anymore because the bat. That is a bit painful. Invasion. Alright. Alright, guys. This could be something. I wish we had -3. I could -3, then Kaya, and -3. I could steal so many things. But I think we just go with Multiverse. This actually might give us the chance we needed. And then we'll see what we get, right? We can even try plussing. Plussing makes a difference. It counteracts Annex super well. And most builds do not have this kind of... Oh my... Guys, I think we might be doing this. I think we might actually be doing it. I think we go for the Annex, right? Yeah, I mean, we don't have much choice. So this helps. We also remove the one without the Ritual Chamber, you know, locked, so they cannot use this value. Alright. And let's plus. They probably cannot kill Kaya, so we might open -3 on the next turn. I could also draw 2 cards, so this could be a mistake, but I really would love to have option open to remove enchantment or something. And one with Multiverse should give us good enough advantage. Oh my god, I'm so scared if we can do it. Like, we are so close to beating Annex on turn 3. Which is, they defeat you, basically the grand achievement of Magic. Your mono-black opponent on the play with bat into Annex into something, and you manage to beat this. Like, that's the pinnacle of Magic. It's almost like beating mono red on the draw. So yeah, we'll see. 1 Annex is out, which is really good. We don't care about Loran, she already did the job. I'm really thinking if I should get those extra cards. I don't really like giving my opponents Scry, because one good card, like if they hit Edict, actually it will backfire completely. So I prefer to get like as much value as I can. This is only for player, right? Yeah, so this actually doesn't double damage of bat on Kaya, which is super nice for us. Alright, definitely Portal. I mean, we don't really have a choice. If we can play our Portal for free, that would be wild. And we can play lands from the top of the library for free without using the Multiverse tree. I honestly think we're like 1 or 2 turns from winning. If our opponent doesn't go some crazy turns right now, I think we are at breaking point where we will start to be ahead. Because they are doing 1 extra card, but we are doing also 1 extra card and we can draw multiples. Alright, this is Portal to Phyrexia like 100%. Guys, let's freaking go! Portal to Phyrexia, winning against tier 1 meta deck. I love it. This is what we need. And now we get the Emperor, the true Emperor. I could play this, but I actually don't really want to. I think we disable our opponent from having the access to Annex. And now we are going on the full offensive. I could also play more cards. But I honestly think this is better. It also protects Kaya from Edict forever. Bro, what is this? Like, you see this art? I think nobody expected this kind of thing to happen. So do artifact or creature? Nothing. So let's just make a token, make it awkward. Lydiana cannot hit Annex. Edict cannot hit Kaya. And we have 2 cards and we are getting a creature. I think this was the breaking point. Without Annex, they cannot burn us. They are completely out of gas after this turn. This is probably the last turn that will be impactful from their side. And I'm not even sure if they can defend against what we have, not even, you know, talking about pressuring us. Like, we can literally just destroy them. The flying hurts a little bit. And we don't have a demon, but we have Kaya. Kaya is basically a better Annex. Alright. Do they have 2 loyalty? Yes, so they can remove Annex, but that will cost them Liliana, their last card, unless they have removal. Alright, that's fine. See, after this turn, 0 gas. They will plus, hit our last card, and then we'll play full top deck mode. But well. What do we have here? Beza is nice, we can get a creature. Bloodletter is also nice, it's also a demon, but we don't have Annex anymore. Yeah, I honestly think we go Beza. I think it's better. Like, bro, getting this value... Oh! Well, that was a good card at the top. Alright, guys, so normally on 2-lander we are very scared of not hitting the 3rd one, but with the Doll, we can basically ensure that we have the reanimation target, and we also get the stuff. And with Loran we can always try to draw cards if we really have to. I mean, it's it's borderline great draw or very bad draw. Alright, this seems to be a very nice draw. So this probably can remove... I think Kaya will be better, to be honest. This is a stronger card if it survives, but this is harder to kill. I think we go Kaya. Like, they will play Get Lost, and Kaya is resistant to Get Lost because they cannot target her due to the hexproof. So I think this is just a little bit better. We still need a lot of pieces. We need black mana, we need 2 lands, and we need to see what's up. This is extremely good draw. This might actually fix everything here. Because then you are doing 2 cards a turn on top of getting a treasure. So basically if you miss a land, you can treat it that... well, you are kinda getting 1 land a turn in form of treasure. So, of course, it's one use only, but it still gets you to the same mana at least once. So, it's not a bad emergency to have. Alright. 7 cards. Unholy Annex on turn 3. The classic, the absolutely golden classic. And you know what? I think I will miss the land drop just to try to answer it. Annex is absolutely their best card of the deck. And I think we not only destroy it immediately, but we also add to the pressure. It's basically like 2 mana extra creature and 1 mana to answer this as a cheap disenchant. That's fine. If they spend turn answering this, that means we have a free turn. And I'm not sure if they realize in how big of a trouble they might be here. As long as Annex is off the charts, of the board, I mean, we are kinda okay. But we need to start doing clans, that's for sure. Missing clans is never good, especially in the deck all about ramping and hitting stuff faster than you should. Oh boy. Oh boy. Needless to say, I didn't plan to miss like 2 or 3 lands in a row. So basically we are 2 or 3 mana behind. That's really bad. So so far it was really good, and missing those extra lands is really putting us behind. And I think now we are behind after this mess. Follow up very cheaply. Thank you, thank you. All right, our opponent is trying to help. I appreciate it, man. Like, I really do appreciate it. So now we will have some selection. I hope they don't have any kind of graveyard hate. Generally they shouldn't, but you know, some players really like to sideboard. I mean, this kinda does the trick, and it allows us to go for the vault, so I'll take it. I'll take it, guys. Of course, if we hit a land, we would already Invasion of Tolvada and get free stuff, so we literally missed the next turn. I think we're like 3 turns behind of our normal game plan, so our opponent didn't miss anything, they had very good answers, so we are basically like 3 turns behind. What do I want? I mean, I could go for this. Then I cannot ramp. I get black mana. I will go for it. A little bit risky maybe. But we already have 5 mana for invasion. It should be good. Lockdown. Not a bad card. Not a good one either. Because it hits our vault, and right now I don't think we are so pressured. Like, they just have a 2/2. And we can always get Kaya, right? Which means we can live gain if we really have to. We can steal the creature and then reverse the, you know, the race. By the way, somehow they're on 14. How? Oh right, we attacked them. And they had Annex for 1 turn. So I believe it was 4 damage from us and 2 from the Annex. That's fine. As long as they spend turns killing our stuff, we don't care. Like, it's not how we win. We win by playing Invasion of Tolvada. We can double reanimate Multiverse, so we can reanimate the first one. How are you so good at this game? They drew another one. Alright, that's not great, because we might be forced to reanimate again. I think all of those cards are good, so we will just keep them. So I'm not using the Collector's Vault. Alright, Beza. Beza is an interesting one. Alright, guys. Let's go for the thing. Let's go for the thing. And we can also start hitting lands from the top, which is super good. So we go 1 with Multiverse. We can play 1 with the Multiverse. Yeah, I appreciate it, man. Alright, we're going first, and we have Collector's Vault, the opening of your dreams as a Reanimator player. So we absolutely go Vault, we can already start ramping, making treasures, and cycling our, huge Planeswalkers. So this is looking good, and nothing except Duress on turn 1 can beat this. Or at least, contest this part of the game. And then we'll see what the next plays are. Alright. The Vault should be safe. Get Lost won't hit it unless they have Make Your Move or some weird disenchant stuff. Here's your honk. You deserve one. Because you are super cool. Abzan, probably some Up the Beanstalk deck then. I could hit the Realmbreaker already. Oh, this is so tempting. I really cannot resist the Realmbreaker on turn 3. So we have ton of artifacts that are hard to remove. A lockdown only hits the Vault. Then we are left with Realmbreaker. And if that's Up the Beanstalk deck, and it definitely seems to be like one, we can really try to mill them here. I will wait for Up the Beanstalk. Without this card, the deck doesn't work as great. And I think we go for this because we can double activate them without burning the treasure. You know what? I like our setup. It's not exactly the Reanimator game plan dream, but it is a mill ramp dream. With double ramp, by the way. So 4 cards, no, they actually don't get literally anything. This might be the worst Beza we have seen. Like it's a 4 mana 4/5. And that's it. That's it. Alright, so now we go for this first. Let's see what we hit. And we'll start milling them. They really don't like getting milled. Am I bold enough to discard this? I really shouldn't. I can just hit a land. If not, we use treasure, right? With this ramp we should be fine. This is a little bit risky, but I like all of those cards super much. And we can keep drawing cards. So even if I miss a land, we still ramp basically. Just a little bit slower, and that means we got a value card. Alright, our opponent... Oh, is that binding? Alright, good. I fear that we miss the door. I don't think we need it. We can always discard cards with the Vault. And I'm keeping the Wonder. We might be using it. I'm pretty sure they just finish the turn, do something on Alt Tab and forget they are playing Magic and they actually have priority at the end step. So I usually tell your go, because then I believe it highlights MTG Arena on the taskbar. And then maybe they will realize they are playing Magic, but it's very hard. Guys, I'm starting to think we actually might get roped on purpose, because this guy, there's no way he didn't check the client for 1.5 minutes. So I think this might be intentional. So how do we do it? Wonder is so good. I honestly think we just do this. And we see the card. That's fine. We'll get to the better stuff, and every turn we can Realmbreaker them. So as long as they only deal damage, I don't think they can really kill us with damage. I tell you guys, he's super salty. I think he has no answer to this, and they just gave up. Alright guys, we're going first. We have the door, we have lockdown, so that should be nice. We can already discard Kaya. So that could be a good start, but we'll see. We of course don't have black mana yet, but we'll get it probably before the Broken Sky. Let's get some extra lands. And you know what, let's start with this one. Let's get Kaya going already. More lands, but this one is at least giving black mana. So we will try to hit something with Loran that would help a ton. If not, maybe we can go lockdown. It seems to be like Dimir, a Kaito deck, the usual one. Or maybe Esper Bounce. So let's attack and see what happens. I don't expect any reaction, to be honest, but if I get one, I would be absolutely delighted. Alright, so this is probably a bounce deck. This is interesting. We could go for Loran already. But there will be better targets. So they can bounce this, but Hopeless Nightmare is probably better. But maybe I want to draw cards. I will play Loran just to have Loran. So we kinda a little bit waste the passive, or the triggered ability. But we keep the board clear, we apply some pressure, maybe we can draw some cards. Stock up. Alright. So far I don't see too many bounce things. It could just be a Dimir control. The mythical, legendary Dimir control. First we attack, of course. I honestly think we might draw a card here. And our opponent is tapped, so we might draw a Vault or something. Invasion. Okay. Okay. We kinda are prepared for Kaya. So we want our opponent to tap out. This is kinda good, right? They have tap land, they have ton of cards. So if they don't play anything, they waste cards. And that leaves only 1 mana, and that gave us the opening for Invasion. But first, let's attack. And by the way, of course, we could go just for the tome. Oh, I should attack Invasion. My bad. That was a bit of a misplay. Because I think 5 damage here is way better value. But let's go for Kaya. And we can start stuff. This has to be the opponent, right? I mean, listen. Oh, I don't have anything. That's fine. So what do we go for? I think we'll draw cards. Honestly, our opponent has so much selection, they can also scry, so I don't think it gives them too much. And it gives us a ton of fuel. I would love to kill this, but you know, they will have so many cards that it kinda, you know, doesn't matter too much. I think we can force them to draw a card at the end step. We'll see. This will be a battle. I'm a little bit scared of Edict. I don't want to, alright? Can we agree that I don't want to do the thing that you are forcing me to do? Alright, you got it. Duress. Alright, they will have to discard something, but they will probably hit something that doesn't hit their stuff. Because if they discard one with the Multiverse, we can actually reanimate it with a good top deck. And by the way, we can draw a card at the end step. So we might draw 2 cards. This could be interesting. We are feeding them a lot of power, so I need to consider. We have 5-6 mana on the next turn. What is our play? Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. So let's draw. Especially that our opponent also can draw cards if they ever care. Not the best draw for sure. Let's see if we get something back. See? Man, we played this perfectly so far. And I think we don't play a land. We actually don't play a land. First things first, let's attack. And I think Kaya is exiled, right? Yep. It is a little bit slow, but I think it's still better to go for this route. We don't have creatures in the game, basically. So I think what we will do is play Invasion, and we are not playing a land, because with Multiverse, if the land is on top of your library, you are kinda wasting a card. If you play the land. And they are out, they cannot beat it. We played it nicely, man. Alright guys, so I mean, this deck completely caught me off guard. I have to say, I was not a believer, especially this is, as you can see, this is full best of 3 list with Sideboard, and we tried it in best of 1, and I played similar decks, and it's very wonky with reanimation game plan. But I'm not sure if I was lucky, but listen, we won all of the games we played. You have seen like literally all of the games I tried, and I had already all the material for the deck, and it also won 6 games in a row according to the official stats. So I mean, it seems to get the job done. And I honestly think that after trying with this deck, I was even considering making some Invasion of Tolvada decks, but I didn't really consider like one with Multiverse. It's so strong very often. Like, it's a great card, but of course it dies to Get Lost. But man, if they don't have Get Lost, they cannot really fight against you, especially that you can drop other 7 and 9 drops, and suddenly they have like a ton of problems. Even if they have Get Lost, you still get the single casting of something. So if you drop Portal instantly after it, they still have a problem even with the right card. So first things first that I think absolutely should change. Like, I gave it a shot in the original version and I battled myself on this because I don't see any reason to play No Witnesses instead of Day of Judgment. Same mana, same effect, but if you this is to defend you from aggro decks. So that means your opponent will get the extra cards because they will have more creatures. And of course you have this, and Beza potentially. So sometimes you might have more creatures, but do you really sweep them? I mean, then you stall the game because they cannot kill you, and you sweep when they commit more to the board. So I honestly think there's absolutely no reason to play no witnesses, and I think it will just Day of Judgment is just a simple upgrade here. That's my opinion. I don't think I missed anything. So even if you meet a control deck, because that was my thinking, all right, but you can at least cycle it against control deck. I mean, do you really play Doll, then play 4 mana, all of this to get 2 mana clue, so you can draw 1 card and you already lost 2. Like, this doesn't make sense to me. So I think this should be switched. I also am not sure super about Realmbreaker, and I personally think I would go to 4 Vaults, because this is one of the few ways you discard. Like, look how few ways you have. You have basically only Doll and the Vault. That's it. So if you mess on those, you might be in some serious trouble, especially if they have any kind of, like, even single time exile effect, like, you know, cease and desist or something. Obviously the vacuum is a huge problem for this deck, but that's why you have Loran and lockdowns. They can both hit this, and I have to say that Loran absolutely surprised me. Every time I play this card, it finds more targets than I expected, and of course hitting Annex with this is just absolute poetry. And as well, in this deck, drawing cards is very, very good. As you have seen in the mirror game, sometimes getting those extra cards is super impactful, because your opponent still has like 7 cards, you don't really care, and if you can get 1 right card, especially when they are tapped, I mean, you reanimate one with Multiverse and suddenly they are in worlds of trouble, because this card can single-handedly beat a lot of decks, even Annex decks, because you both draw 2 cards a turn, but your cards are free and you can play cards from the top of the library. So you can actually draw even more than 1 card a turn, 1 extra card a turn. So yeah, I think I'm not sure about the Eternal Wonder, to be absolutely honest. I think I would just go third Kaya. I left it because it can, for example, exile something like a Forge, because it can target the artifacts. So I left it for this reason, because Kaya can only hit enchantments or creatures. So maybe that's the idea, but in games I've played, I wonder wasn't like great. The upside is that you can have both in the board, so that's something. So I still wanted to leave it in original version, but I think I would even go third Multiverse, because the card is usually so impactful. And yeah, I mean, that's kinda it. I think we talked about everything. I'm not talking about the sideboard. Obviously you have a lot of graveyard hate, you know, something that goes around discard, life gainers, and of course probably some sweepers, right? Yep, more lockdowns. But we don't have 4 mana sweeper, so that's interesting. And single repair and recharge, I think it could be against extraction decks that can hit Tolvada and then like 1 deadly cover up and you have no way to reanimate. So this gives you a second way and increase odds of hitting it early. So yeah, that's it guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Oh right, and last but absolutely not least, thank you for all the patrons. You guys are absolutely awesome, and I couldn't thank you enough for your support. And I hope you enjoyed this deck. Really thank you for being here. And yeah, I think with that cool part, we will end the video. Thank you guys for watching, and see you tomorrow.
With